Hey guys, it's Cloudy. How are you all? Today I'm back with a fun and fresh haircut, and we're going to be talking about some of my favorite new female characters in the recent summer anime season. I was originally thinking of doing a video about best girl in the summer season, but I feel like that could be really subjective. So when we're talking about best girl, like we tend to differentiate between best girl for like female audiences and also male audiences. The fan service is a little bit different. The traits and what's appealing about the character is a little bit different. So I just wanted to talk about 3 characters that really stood out for me this season and also highlight some shows in more detail that I didn't get to touch on in my summer anime picks vlog. So without further ado, let's get started. The first girl that I wanted to talk about is Masaki from Mayonaka Punch. Mayonaka Punch is an original anime series by PA Works this season, and I would say that its premise and plot is one of the most unique and kind of like fresh plot lines that I've seen in a while, especially when it comes to like comedy and like slice of life. There are limited elements to work with. I really feel like Mayonaka Punch is giving us a really great ride this season. Masaki is a YouTuber who has sort of fallen from fame. She was part of a channel that had a lot of views and followers, but she punched one of her members on stream, like live, so she kind of got kicked out of her previous group and previous fandom, and now she's chasing YouTube views again. Like, why do I think Masaki is such an interesting character? First of all, she is really pushing the envelope when it comes to making deals with supernatural creatures. Like, she is bargaining away her blood for views and content, and that is going above and beyond as a content creator. She is not afraid of vampires at all, and she will like 100% manhandle them, threaten them, do whatever it takes to like get the content she needs for her channel. Since Masaki became a YouTuber when she was in high school, I feel like she developed her personality as a content creator, but didn't actually figure out like how to have real friends outside of content creation. She's like always focused on work, and she's very much a workaholic. She gets really obsessed over like YouTube views, but she also kind of starts to genuinely care about the vampires that she's working with. And for Mayonaka Punch, there isn't really a in-your-face antagonist in the first couple episodes of the show, so I feel like Masaki has antagonistic characteristics, which kind of like drives the plot forward and like gets the vampire girls going, because they're all so lazy and they're so immortal and they just don't care about anything but like snacking and gambling. So it's kind of interesting to see how like Masaki has an upper hand in their like friendship and power dynamic. Next, I want to talk about Atri from Atri My Dear Moments. This show has really surprised me. I had really low expectations going in. I only knew that there was like a robot girl in the show, and that there was some sort of like post-apocalyptic world where the world is like flooded with water. And Atri actually really surprised me. So one of the reasons why I think Atri deserves to be best girl of the season is because she is so wholesome. She's a little bit ditzy. She doesn't have a lot of forced fan service in your face. I think she's just a really sweet, genuine girl, and we need more genuine girls as best girls of the season. She is a stark contrast to the main character of the show, who is more like jaded, has a bit more trauma. And what I love about Atri is we see a lot of media about AI and a lot of stories where AI turns evil, enslaves humanity, kills everyone, and destroys the world. But I feel like this is one of the rare stories where we can see AI actually benefit people and interact with people almost as a person and not a robot. Atri is so realistic. She has so many emotions and reactions that are so akin to humans that the people she's spending time with almost can't tell her apart from other people. And what I think is interesting is if AI progresses to the point where they're so human they can trick other humans into believing they're human, should we actually give them human rights and treat them like humans? Or should we just, keep treating them as robots? And I think this is a really interesting thing that the show tries to portray. I also feel like Atri is a character that really benefits the people around her. And especially in this sort of like apocalyptic survival situation where resources are scarce, I think Atri can definitely be an aid to humans rather than a detriment. She is definitely driving the show. Her energy, her bubbliness, her cuteness, her dorkiness. It's definitely keeping me interested in the show on a week-to-week basis. Finally, I want to talk about Makein, which is losing heroines. There are a couple different losing heroines in the show. They are all down on their luck when it comes to romance, but I particularly like Anna because right off the get-go in episode 1, she gets rejected from her childhood crush. And you know, typically, if you are a popular pretty girl in the school, when it comes to like books and movie stories, you tend to get what you want. And what I like about the show is it kind of flips a lot of typical romance tropes on its head, and the interpretation of like the progression of romance and people's feelings is a little bit more realistic. Anna tries to be nonchalant, but she's actually jealous. She hides her feelings, and she really embodies this feeling of youth that comes with a lot of high schoolers and coming of age characters. Anna owes her classmate money and pays her classmate back in lunch bentos and snacks, but she also sucks at cooking. And as she slowly gets close to this character, Nukumizu, they start to develop a bond and a sort of budding friendship, and she wants to be close to him but also doesn't want to be close to him, so she uses the excuse of like debt to spend time with him at lunchtime. So I feel like these like complex feelings of like wanting to confess and express yourself honestly but not being able to, and being shy and embarrassed, I feel like she's really good at embodying all these characteristics, and Losing Heroine is just one of the most interesting shows of this season. Now there's like 2 bonus characters who are sort of runner-ups for me as like favorite, you know, best girl characters of the season. The first is Belle from Dungeon no Naka no Hito. Belle is the main administrator and final boss of the dungeon. I feel like there's a lot of mystery behind her, and I want to see more of her backstory. She's also just like really cute, and I feel like when it comes to her reactions with Clay is so kudere, so cool and calm and relaxed. Sometimes I feel like she's like a robot, versus Belle is supposed to be part of like the dungeon system, but she's actually like so cute that I think she belongs in like a high school anime or some sort of like moe slice of life anime. So Belle is like one of my favorites this season. And then another character that I also really liked was actually Makoto from Senpai wa Otoko no Ko. And Makoto is actually a boy, but I feel like he identifies more as a girl, so I want to put him in the best girl category. His emotional complexity, the depth of like what he's feeling and struggling through, I feel like can be so relatable to people, and he's just so wholesome. Like cute girls wanting to do cute things, very simple concept, but for him it's like something that is very difficult for him to accept in his life because his family isn't very supportive of it, and also, you know, certain classmates are still wary of him when he decides to cross-dress. So I feel like he deserves a little bit of recognition as one of the best girls too. So anyways, let me know what you guys think. I haven't watched that many shows. Like I'm following like 7 or 8 shows, but I feel like that doesn't cover the scope of everything this season. If you guys have a recommendation for best girl of the season, let me know what that is in the comments below, and let me know which female characters you guys are loving this summer anime season. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe for more from me, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video very soon. Bye!